Two of the county's three private schools were finalists at the 27th Annual Scholastic Bowl on Monday, February 10, 2014, but Jefferson Area High School won the hard-fought competition. Runner-up was Grand River Academy, and coming in third, St. John High School. There were 3 rounds to the competition, held at Veterans Memorial Performing Arts Center at Pymautning Valley, hosted by the Ashtabula County Educational Service Center. Laura E. Jones, a 1996 Ashtabula Harbor High School graduate and Executive Director of Leadership Ashtabula County, was moderator. The schools were divided into 3 teams, with Lakeside, Geneva, and St. John in the first round, followed by Conneaut, Jefferson, and Pymautning Valley, and then Grand River Academy, Edgewood, and Grand Valley. Each round included a warm-up, with each team being asked 5 questions. The next 2 rounds had the schools competing with each other, with correct answers netting 10 points and wrong answers deducting 10 points. The final round saw the points jump to 20. After all schools competed, the 3 winning teams battled for the overall championship. Here are some highlights from the competition.
Who engraved the plates used to print the American colony's first paper money?
Geneva.
Pass.
A professional who examines the eyes for visual defects and routinely prescribes corrective lenses is called an
Geneva.
Optometrist.
correct. If 2 angles of a triangle are congruent, they are the base angles of what kind of triangle?
St. John.
Isosceles.
Correct. This landmark lies south of the Kaibab Plateau. 2 of the rock formations that comprise the North Rim are the Supai and the Hermit Shale. The Navajo Nation borders the national park containing what Arizona feature carved by the Colorado River?
Ashtabula.
The Grand Canyon.
Correct. This line by Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall is about what amendment? If it means anything, it means that a state has no business telling a man sitting alone in his own house what
Geneva.
Fourth.
That is incorrect. What books he may read or what films he may watch. The answer is the First Amendment. What Gulf Coast state has the greatest number of members in the House of Representatives?
Geneva.
Texas.
Correct. This is about what Greek mythical character? Because the river water did not touch his heel, it was the only...
St. John.
Achilles.
Correct. What is the prime factorization of 260?
St. John.
2 times 2 times 5 times 7.
That is incorrect.
Geneva.
2 times 2 times 5 times 13.
Correct. In 2008, on what planet was the baby red spot absorbed by the great
St.
red spot?
John.
Jupiter.
Correct. Pennsylvania's southern boundary was named after 2 men who surveyed it in 1763. Subsequently,
St. John.
Mason-Dixon line.
that is correct. Check your monitor for a math question.
Geneva.
0.008432.
That is correct. John moves on to the finals. Congratulations to St. John. This is is from what story? Darkness is cheap and Scrooge liked it.
Connie Aunt.
A Christmas Carol.
Correct. Classify this sentence by Jack London according to its structure. I am a believer in regular work, and I never wait for inspiration.
Jefferson.
Compound.
Correct. Which cabinet department of the federal government manages the foreign affairs of the United States?
Pymautning.
The Secretary of State.
That is correct. When some plastic was rubbed with a dry cloth, electrons were transferred from the cloth to the plastic, and the cloth ended up with what kind of charge?
Jefferson.
Positive.
Correct. Check your monitor for a math question. If the sum of two numbers is 72, and one of them is twice the other, what is the larger number?
Pymautning.
48.
Correct. What vinyl objects were played on 20th century jukeboxes?
Pymautning.
Records.
Correct. A multi-storied Buddhist shrine characterized by its many winged eaves is called a...
Pymautning.
Pagoda.
Correct. What international organization controls more than 75% of the world's proven oil reserves?
Pymautning.
OPEC.
Correct. Name this country whose capital is Tehran.
Pymautning.
Iran.
Correct. What art form hung on walls is created on high warp or low warp?
Jefferson.
Tapestry.
Correct. Jefferson moves on to the finals. Congratulations. In a Harry Potter story, what kind of creature is the Hungarian horntail?
Grand Valley.
Pass. The answer is dragon. Often made of foil, name the very tiny pieces of light-reflecting material used for decoration.
Grand Valley.
Tinsel. That is incorrect. The answer is glitter. Who was the American Revolution's most powerful pamphleteer? He wrote Common Sense.
Grand River.
Thomas Paine.
Correct. Name the language once spoken by the Romans from which many English terms are derived.
Grand River.
Latin.
Correct. How many months are in a trimester?
Buckeye.
4.
The answer is 3. That is incorrect. Who is said to have received a request in 1776 from a secret committee headed by George Washington to stitch a flag?
Buckeye.
Betsy Ross.
That is correct. Name the widely used disposal method in which layers of solid waste and dirt are buried in a pit or depression, eventually to be covered and landscaped.
Grand River.
Landfill.
Correct. Crescendo means that music should gradually become what?
Buckeye.
Louder.
Correct. A body form in which the right and left halves of an organism are approximate mirror images of each other is what kind of symmetry?
Buckeye.
Exact.
That is incorrect.
Grand River.
Bilateral.
Correct. Strata or beds are the single most characteristic feature of what general class of rock?
Grand River.
Sedimentary.
That is correct. The non-congruent side of an isosceles triangle is called the?
Grand River.
Base.
Correct. Identify any two of the world's countries with one-syllable names.
Grand River.
Guam, Spain.
That is incorrect.
Jefferson.
Spain and France.
That is correct. In the Mad Hatter's world, it is always what time?
Jefferson.
Tea time.
Correct. What body system is affected by contusions?
Grand River.
Muscle.
That is incorrect.
St. John.
Lymphatic system.
That is incorrect. The answer is skin. While harmony involves several musical tones sounded together, several musical tones in succession is called?
Grand River.
Chord.
That is incorrect. The answer is melody. What adjective indicates the part of history that occurred before any events were first recorded?
St. John.
Prehistory.
That is correct. For any number x, the number that gives 0 when added to x is called the additive?
Jefferson.
Opposite.
That is incorrect.
St. John.
Inverse.
Correct. While Earth and Venus have similar characteristics, which two outer planets are most alike?
Grand River.
Uranus and Neptune.
Correct. This ends the championship competition, and with a score of 260 points, the team from Jefferson is the Ashtabula County Scholastic champion. Let's give them a round of applause. The team from Grand River has 230 points and is first runner-up. Congratulations to Grand River. And finally, the team from St. John has 180 points and is the third runner-up.
So going in, the plan was like beforehand we studied a lot. We knew that we had to like kind of communicate with each other too, because all three of us had different like strengths. So like, you know, if it was a math question, we talked about it beforehand, and towards the end we wanted to take calculated risks just to make sure that we didn't guess something and got it wrong at the end.